Okay. Welcome everybody. This is Raphael, Mr. Tackpans, and you do not have to see my face because we're going to be doing a few videos on time. And here as we go, since time runs around the clock, we're going to see where we can find the best clock. And here is your best clock. We run from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. This line goes down here. We move over to 2 o'clock. We bring down 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock goes to 4 o'clock. Comes around to 5 o'clock, all the way down to 6 o'clock. The morning we get up, okay? We're asleep all these hours. We come into 7 o'clock, we get to work. You see this line over here? We run out to 8 o'clock, to 9 o'clock, to 10 o'clock, to 11 o'clock, and back to 12 o'clock. So we have one star, but we've only completed one half of a day, just to show you. The next part of the star I want to show you is the inside of the clock. When you get to the inside of the clock, you now have 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and 6 o'clock ends, and we relap. But that's not how it works. I'm going to show you how it works. Inside, we end up getting this X, and we have 4 parts to the day inside of here, and we don't even live out here. This is the sun time. We don't live on the sun time. We live on the interior clock of 4 divisions. Why? Because here's one piece of paper. Here's one side. Here's 2 sides. Here's 3 sides. And I'm sorry, if I bring back the 4th side, we have started all over again. Everything stops at 3. 4 says we have gone over the top and have come back to the beginning. Take your Rubik's Cube out and turn it 4 times. You shall see. What are we going to do next is our hand, and we've done this before. We go whoop, up, down, 1, up, down, up 1, down 2, up 3, down 4, up 5, down 6, up 7, down 8, up 9, and then when you do the down, right, you're down onto the next hand. And you've gone up, the next hand is 10, down 11, up 12, down 13, up 14, down 15. But you don't have 15 fingers. Do you understand? You have to count where there's no finger as much as there is a finger. When there's a finger, you're on top of the mountain. Otherwise, you're in the valley. Do we not count the mountain as much as we count the valley? Time is divided into metric time, biometric, schematic, post time. That's the way it works. Biometric. It's a schematic, it's a scheme, it's a setup. What helps our animals to grow, what helps our feeds to grow, what grows in this setup of this system is created time. An hour is actually 1.5 times the amount of minutes there are. If there are 90 seconds in a minute, therefore in an hour there would be an extra half an hour in the hour. We would have 90 minutes. 90 degrees, 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 90 minutes, quarters, dimes, and nickels. If it doesn't work out with our quarter, dime, and nickel, then we can't do it. If we have paper money that we're working with, and we need to use it for a calculation that we cannot use, it will not work. Where did I get that answer from? When they threw the lady off the bus because she didn't have exact change. She was giving more, and they still wouldn't let her on. Do you understand? They're forcing it into our minds to see it this way, and it doesn't mean all of us have to see it this way. I see what I see, you see what you see. I show you what I learn and explain it to you. You tell me what you don't understand. Or if you wish not to watch, just turn the channel, shut me off, shut me down, and I'm not here anymore. I'm not a force field. I'm a channel chooser, just like you. You choose your channels you watch. You're the ones who make the choice, not me. If I'm all crazy, just shut me down. I have to be different, otherwise I'm the same, and then I'll make no difference. And I won't get any views if I'm telling you the same story as everybody else, because you'll be able to understand. If it didn't go on this dice, that it wouldn't say anything. If this dice is neutralized in all itself, then what you see is 5 next to 1, and 5 next to 6, and 5 next to 3, and 5 next to 4. We got a problem, because there ain't no 2. The 2 is in opposition of the 5. Now watch this. We have one side 5. Then we have another side as our second side. And we have another side as our third side. That's the 3. This is your triangle, and that's where it gets cut off. 3. There are so many ways to split things up and to remanufacture them for certain ones to view, or for us to, oh, I remember, every time I look at the clock, I can tell the time. I want to ask you a question. When you were 2 years old, were you able to tell the time, or it's something you memorized? You saw how the time clock works, and you said it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now you got so good you can get outside and see the angle of the sun and always say, hey, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We were taught. We didn't just come and say, I know. I mean, if I told you there are 7 days in the week, we got a problem. I want the middle, the first, and the last day, 1, 4, and 7. In between 1 and 4 is 2 and 3. In between 4 and 7 is 5 and 6. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, equals 5 and 6. Then, after 7 is 8 and 9. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 plus 6 is 11. 30 plus 11 is 41. That doesn't make 8 and 9, but 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to the 9. 2 times 4 equals to the 8. So we manipulated the situation so it works. But if it was another number like a 3, we'd take 1 away from 4, we'd make it to 3. If it was a 5, I'd put 1 plus 4, make it to 5. But 9 and 5 are the same geometrical number, because the minute you take this dice, okay, and just keep on turning it, no matter how much you turn it, there's always a black dot in the corner. Here is 1, here is 9. Now the minute I take this dice and turn it all the way over, we have taken 1 from here and put it there. No, we haven't. You've never moved 1. 1 is the position. Just because there was something in the 1 position, it doesn't mean if we move it, it remains 1. It becomes of what the position it takes. But if I stood upside down on my head, then this would be 1 to me, and this would be 1 to you. 1, 3, 3, 1. 11 times 11 is 121. Times 11 is 1331. Times 11 is 14. 6, 41, or 14. Again, times 11, you don't go. On the next level, it would say 15, 51. After you've hit 41, 14, 15 is next. On pi, 1, 4, 1, 5. 1 and 4, 1 and 5 makes 9 and 2, or 2 and 9. The next two numbers in pi are 9 and 2, and the next two numbers in pi are 6 and 5. 5 and 6, 6 and 5, 9 and 2, they're all 11s. $17.76, $57.75. Can you see it? 1776. Now we want to go to Hitler. His number is 72. 2 and 7, and 2 and 9. 2 plus 7 equals 9. 7286, 7 times 2, 7 plus 2. Equals 14 is 5, and equals 9. And 9 and 5 equal to 42 in the gematria account. NINE is 42, FIBE is 42, and I want to do that again. 7 minus 2 is 5, 7 plus 2 is 9. Perfect. 7 times 2 is 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. Perfect. 7 plus 9 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. Perfect. The geometrical payout for anything of 6 is 7 to 6. Perfect, because it was the 7th gate that A6, odds and even, 1 to 13. There are 7 odd, there are 6 even, and guess what? We start with an odd, we finish with an even. The king is an even card. The 13th card, 1 and 3, is 4. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 makes it now 7. 7 and the 13th card we began with is 20. 7 plus 3 and 1 is 4. And the center of the geometrical count is 74. It makes 11. Now you have 5, 7, 9, 11, 10, 10. Oh, and it's 4:11. So it's 10:10 on my clock, and it's 4:11 on the clock. 41:14 is the towing. Now I really I'm not really happy with this video or anything else. I did show you a part of Hitler, and the reason I showed you that is because the question is red, R-E-D, 27. Brown, so remember it's 72. 27, R and I, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, R and I, 27. If you're having a bar mitzvah, the good old Lord comes in and he sinks you with 15 balls. 15 and 1 makes 16 equals to 136, or the number of points in a football game, or the letter P position of the 16th position of the alphabet, unless you're using, and you can use numbers first and then alphabets, but we're using them separately. Maybe I'll do the whole thing separately. Instead of having 36 numbers in the geometrical count, I'm going to actually start over. The minute I get to 26, I'm going to go to 1 again. So I can get 1 and 1. A, 1. So what did we do with Hitler? The reason I brought it up is his count is 72. There's another part of his count that adds up geometrically to say time and space is what his name says. Anyways, I don't remember where we're going to go next on here. There's so many things to do, and I'm not happy with this video, so I'm probably not going to really share it. But if you want to see where the 101 Dalmatians are, here's a 1, here's an empty space, oh, and here's a 1. 101 Dalmatians, 101 Dalmatians. We always have 4 sides. We always see 1 side. We only need to move 3 sides. So if we have that, 101 and 101 times 4 would be 808. Bicycle cards. Do you see it? You see inside of here? You see this? Oh no, we can't do this. Why? Because this creates the letter Q. A D forward and a D backwards. The letter Q doesn't exist. Possibility, something that you live in between. Something that's distorting our vision. If I swept this around and I went swastika, swastika is 95. Hitler is 72. 72, take away 5, is 67. So 72 plus this is 167. The spirit of 67, which was replicated in Montreal in 1967, if I remember correctly. And now it's 46 years apart. The question is, from the time we went to World War I, to World War II, to Man in His World and the Montreal Expos by the Bronfmans, and coming into next year, how many years are all these years? I can't do the numbers right now. I just thought of it all. But it just is another reflection that what's coming down is going to be coming down soon, because all the numbers show it. Time must switch over somehow in 5775. That's how I started this project. I've been waiting years, since literally 2005, and I've never really talked much about it. Maybe others may say different, until now. Things must change. Drastic things. I don't know what or how, and I wouldn't even get involved even to explain it. Whatever it is, I don't like it. And that's all. I don't like it. I don't really want to get, oh, worry, don't worry, but guess what? The minute you begin your life as a man, you always begin to worry. What else can I do in here? We had the dollar sign. It also says hit in the dollar sign. If you want to take a look, okay, there is an H. You see this over here? There's an H right here. If it was sideways, it'd be an I. You have H and I. The top part gets a double T, and there's a P on the left side. This thing spells out so many letters. The question is, do you want a 2-letter word, a 3-letter word, a 4-letter word, and what's the code to know what letter we're using every time you get a buck? Do you follow my drift? There's always codes all over the place. I can't tell you what they are, and I'm not going to dream you up the story or tell you anything about numbers. Well, at least not too much. But if you really look at that dollar sign, it says 511 inside. And 511 is going to turn around this paper and show you so I can see it. Now, I don't see where the numbers are, but 511 is 5115. In order to get a 1, you need 2 5s, make a 10, 1 and 0 is 1. In order to get the 5, you need 2 7s, which is 5775, 1776. It's all next year. All these numbers are next year. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to make another video, and hopefully, don't forget, was that your question? Why am I doing these videos? They don't make sense, some of them. But you know what? Somehow they do make sense for me. And if there's any questions asked, if somebody can learn something, somebody can teach me something, that's fine with me. I started this because I couldn't remember anything. What I've learned how to remember is to constantly go over and teach yourself how to use your own mind. So I put it up in a star system. And I was told, why do it? Why not share? You're not hiding or cheating anybody, just share. It's okay, make it sunny outside, I'll share, and everything will be all right. I don't want to put any presslings on anybody. She, presslings, she is an L. Elvis, and I'm not screwing nobody because I'm French. Elvis is to screw. So I'm not doing that. I think everything should sort of like be up in the air. Make it fair. Leave it open. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Let's just end it with the butterfly. And my mouse won't shut me down, and go.